Hey everybody, Justin Howe here, and on today's episode of Home Buying Hacks, we're going to do a cool little trick that I like to use simply with Google Maps to help you get a better feel for what's in and around the neighborhood that you might be looking at to buy your next home. Let's go. Hey everybody, Justin Howe here. Just wanted to take a few minutes today, show you a little tip, trick, or hack when you are out looking for a new house. And it's something that may not be at the front of your mind when you're looking, but it's something important. And that's to kind of get an idea for you might be looking in a certain neighborhood for a home, but it might be a good idea to kind of have an idea of what is around the neighborhood, what's available to you, and how long it may take to get there, how far away it is, whatever it may be. So, what I want to kind of show you is just a little exercise that's real easy to do to kind of get an idea for how how close the neighborhood is to things you may like, be it a favorite restaurant or favorite place to go. So when you're out there looking for it, you want to take that into consideration because it wouldn't be a whole lot of fun to go out and buy a house and then you start to kind of find out, well, it's really not convenient, it's not close to what we want, or maybe it takes a long time to get there. So today I'm just going to kind of show you my little um, tip that I use when kind of looking at houses and their proximity stuff. And so you can see here we're in Google Maps and basically just uh, Google Maps and it'll pull it up and you'll get to the screen. And what you can do is you can set the address of the house that you might be looking at, or maybe it's a neighborhood you're interested in. If you don't have an exact address, you can just put in a general address in that neighborhood to get you started. For this exercise, I'm actually doing it from my house today. You can see my location. So, what I like to do is I like to look at things like, let's say you like Chinese food, right? And you may not know exactly what kind of Chinese food is in the area, but if you want to get an idea close by, with Google Maps, you can just do something as simple as Chinese food, right? Doesn't have to be a restaurant name, doesn't have to be one that you know or not. And if you click in, then what Google's going to do is it's going to go out there and kind of search probably the closest Chinese food or Asian, whatever it may be, to your house. And in this case, Borgfeld Bistro. Which the nice thing is when you put this in there, it kind of gives you an idea of drive time. So in this particular case, it's about 5 minutes to this little Borgfeld Bistro from my house, and I can tell you from experience, this is a pretty good little place to go. So even if you're not looking in the Timberwood Park neighborhood and you find yourself out here, I definitely recommend Borgfeld Bistro. But again, the same search works for uh, any type of general thing. You want to find a pizza place, right? So a quick tip, quick search would point you towards Nico's Pizzeria, also a really good place, as you can tell, close to my house. So I get out and about. We love to get Nico's for pickup or hit the bistro. So again, really good thing to just kind of get a feel for what types of things may be in your neighborhood when you're looking for that neighborhood to select. So in this particular place, if I kind of zoom out, you can see Timberwood Park is located probably about 8 miles north of 1604, and close to 281. But most of the restaurants and everything are kind of down in this area of 281 for now, and most of the restaurants and stuff are in this area of 1604. So again, if I were to do something like, I know there's a Chick-fil-A down on 1604 because I promise you we go there quite a bit. I can kind of show you from my house to Chick-fil-A, and there's actually one a little bit closer to me right in here. But in general, without traffic, it's going to be about 17 minutes for me to get to a Chick-fil-A. And if you have kids like me, you want to make sure you know how far a Chick-fil-A is for your own survival. So again, give you a really good idea of when you're looking in a neighborhood, what's close to you, like we did for Nico's and for Borgfeld Bistro, when you just want to pop out and get something without a whole lot of travel. Um, so it'll give you an approximate idea. Okay, if I'm going to have a house in this neighborhood, it's going to take me about how long to get over to this place. Um, and so you've got that again, thinking along the lines of restaurants, stores, shops, anything in proximity. But another important thing that may be important, hopefully you never have to use it, but looking up a hospital. So again, Google's going to work on calculating probably the closest thing to you. Not necessarily the closest thing, but what it maps out all the time, because there are some newer uh, hospital facilities kind of going up in this area, which I know about because I live out here. But again, if I had to get to one, um, in general, it's going to be about 17 minutes, from my house running that route down to Methodist Stone Oak Hospital. And again, there's quite a few hospitals down in this area itself. But again, I know there's not one right around the corner based on the mapping. So again, if you're looking for something, a house in a certain neighborhood and things like that, and needing to get medical care quickly or unexpectedly is something that may be a part of your life. Again, kind of going through these things and just thinking things out. Where stuff nearby, what's nearby, how far away, how long does it take to get there? Because again, knowing these things in the bigger scope after you purchase the home and getting a feel for your neighborhood, it's going to be a good idea to know beforehand. Hey, if I'm moving out here, is it going to be 20 minutes to anywhere, or is there something right around the corner that I can and run and grab quickly? So hopefully that helps you guys out. Just a little tip when you're out there on the home buying search, go a little bit deeper, not just looking at the houses that you might like, but also look at where those houses are in proximity to the things that you like to do every day or the food you like to pick up and eat every once in a while. Or again, how close is it to emergency services? And in case something were to ever pop up, you would have an idea, okay, it's going to take me this long to get to the hospital. So, again, quick tip, easy tip. All you got to do is have an internet connection, Google Maps, and you can get in there and play around with addresses and searches and get your time frames for travel. And that'll help you when making that decision to buy your home. Again, Justin Howe, thank you very much for taking the time on my little hack. And if I can help you out with anything, please let me know. See you on the next time.